Good morning, this is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN. For David Denoyer on TCTV, it's time for Community Connection with the Miami County Park District. And with me this morning is Amanda Smith. Good morning.
Good morning, Clint. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good.
Another beautiful weekend here in Troy. Farmers Market underway right now. And you've got some things coming up. Tell us about the Canoe Float.
Yeah, actually the Canoe Float we did last weekend. It was a partnership with the City of Troy and U.S. Fish and Wildlife. And it had a neat little spin on the traditional canoe floats that we've worked on together. U.S. Fish and Wildlife, Donnie Knight, who you met on a previous program, he actually was out, and as they floated down the river, they stopped and checked out the new Duke Park extension, kind of.
Okay.
You know, that new property that we're in the process of working with the City of Troy on. And he did a fish shock. Have you ever heard of that?
You use electricity to shock the water, and it shocks the fish.
Exactly. They float to the top, and then you can examine what types of fish species you have, and then also kind of determine the health of the fish, which, you know, their health is directly connected to the health of the river. So we had over 40 people show up. So I just kind of wanted to,
excellent,
let people know about that, and to thank U.S. Fish and Wildlife and the City of Troy for partnering with us on that one.
All right.
And upcoming, we have the Lost Creek Invitational, which it'll be the second year. So
tell us about that.
That is at Lost Creek Reserve. And last year was the first year where we partnered with Troy City Schools in their cross-country team to host a 2-mile invitational. So the kids run a 2-mile race versus running a full 5K. But I believe we're going to have over 9 teams there, and the corn maze will be open, and it should be a really good time. And it's fun to watch these kids who prepare so much during the summer, and they're often running, in the parks. So they get to come out and they actually get to compete. So
you've got the corn maze all done now.
We do. It was cut in July, and it's just a really cute scarecrow theme. And I think people are going to be challenged, and it's also going to be a lot of fun. So.
All right, we're still in August, so it's the Asian Longhorn Beetle Awareness Month.
Yeah, by the end of the month, this should hopefully be embedded in everybody's head. But just take 10 minutes, go outside, look for evidence of this horrible beetle. He's horrible. They're horrible, I should say, because they attacked all trees that are deciduous. So any hardwood, oaks, maples. They love maples. So really, really important that you identify when they're in the area so that they can be contained, because they are not discriminating. They will take out, as many trees as they can. They can't fly.
It's any tree is what these go after.
Right, and not pines and those types of trees, but
like the maples.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're black. They're about 1.5 inches long. They have little white spots on the bodies. They have really long antennae, and their segments are white and black. So they're really easy to see if you get to see one. Otherwise, you have to look for evidence of them, holes in the trees. On our website, on Ohio Department of Natural Resources website and OSU Extension Office, you can also find out how to identify them. So that'll give you a lot more information. We're just trying to remind everybody to take 10 minutes and check in the month of August. So
that way, if they see that they have them, something can be done to get. Unfortunately, you got to get rid of the tree.
Exactly.
But to keep them from spreading.
Right.
Now through October 31st, you're doing or practicing. We all should be Lights Out Ohio.
That's right. So we've been talking about it. Heavy migration season through mid-October. And this is just an initiative to reduce the number of bird casualties, which is estimated at 550 million a year. And a lot of those are due to lights being on, and they collide with windows, or they get disoriented and fly in a circle until they drop from exhaustion. So just trying to increase the odds that these birds can safely migrate to their destination. And we can all help by turning off exterior lighting, closing shades between midnight and dawn. So, and if you have a building, atrium, something like that, it's nice during that time frame to turn them off.
I know you've talked about some of the numbers from just the big cities and the lights and the disorientation of the birds, and how many literally die from that exhaustion.
Oh, exactly. I think that it was Chicago who, through this program, was able to reduce significantly, like over 50%,
Wow.
to reduce the collisions. So, and they say 13 birds a year fly into the average home and die, like into a window. So.
And have seen that many a times,
Yeah.
even during the day. It's like they're flying towards their reflection.
It is. We have a cardinal at the office that does the same thing right into the window. So.
And OhioLightsOut.org, they can get some more information on
They
that.
can get more information. That's
All
right.
right.
Thanks, Con.
Kids are back to school. What kind of things do you have in mind for the kids?
Well, you know, hopefully you've had the kids out in the summer being active, you know, just getting outside, soaking up the vitamin D. And what we're trying to encourage is to just keep that going. And if you didn't do it in the summer, it's a good time to start now as well. Start a new habit with the start of the new school year. So littler kids, you might just say, hey, run around in the yard for 15-20 minutes after you get off the bus. That
Gotcha.
increases their energy, reduces the stress. And
Wears them out before they come in the house.
That's right. And then they're ready for homework. So yeah, it just helps with that stressed out school mentality. So if you can establish the habit early, then hopefully they'll be able to carry it through.
And what things do you have coming up here? Looks like this weekend and just through the end of the month.
Right. I figured, you know, our programs seem to take up such a large portion of the show that we'll just, you know, go a little into the future as to not to overwhelm people. So,
Gotcha.
Storybook Trail on August 27th. The book is called Another Way to Listen. It's from 1 to 4 at Charleston Falls Preserve. So head out. You just read the book when you're along the trail. It gives kids something to look at, and then a lot of times the stories relate to something you can look for in the woods. So we also on the 27th we have the Summer Moth Party, which is going to be a lot of fun. They bait moths with black lights and sugar water kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And then you get to see these beautiful creatures at night. So that is from 8:30 to 10 at Charleston Falls Preserve. And yeah, just come on out and take a look. There's also a campfire and snacks. So.
Oh, everybody likes campfire
I
and
know.
snacks.
I think we talk about s'mores every time we talk about campfires. So. Naturalist Adventure Series, and that's happening on the 28th, and it's the Friendly Snake.
Oh, is Lisa part of that program? I know Lisa loves snakes.
You jest, obviously.
Oh, yes, yes.
You know, I don't know how she worked down at Charleston Falls for so long with King Checkers just in the next room. So he's going to actually be, you know, one of the all-stars of the program, along with Lisa.
Uh-huh.
Not. So yeah, that is also at Charleston Falls from 1 to 4. And you learn about snakes and get to meet King Checkers. Sometimes you can pet him or hold him. It just depends on
his mood and yours.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So my kids love holding the snake. So anyway, August 31st, biodiversity photography. There we go. It's from 6 p.m. for an hour or so at Stillwater Prairie Reserve. And basically what that program is doing is creating these citizen scientists who want to come out and help us document through photography the different types of plant species and any kinds of insects and wildlife that we might find. And it's fun. It's all uploaded to a database, and it helps us keep track of our natural treasures.
And gotcha. And while you're out there taking pictures,
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you get those entered in for your photo contest.
Exactly. Beautiful pictures that we've been getting, and
Always.
yeah, it really is. So yep, it's a partnership with the Troy Daily News and Pickwood Daily Call, and they're judged by our superstar judges / Mike Olery and Tony Weber. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah, so enter those. We love to see what you have.
All the details they can find at MiamiCountyParks.com.
Absolutely, and you know, register for programs and find more information on everything we just talked about.
And follow you on Facebook. That way they know different programs and things and notified when things are up and happening at the parks.
That's correct.
You're going to have your Fall Farm Fest coming up not too far off in the future.
It's true, the 8th and 9th of October, so we're getting excited. We're gearing up. I was just talking to Lori. You guys are going to be out there, thank goodness. We love having you.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we were talking about the food, so
About the...
Lori said she likes to eat her way through the festival.
Oh, yes.
And she was talking about amazing grilled cheese sandwiches.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she was hunting those down at the fair.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting Lori's feedback on the different vendors and seeing you guys out there.
All right. Thank you so much, Amanda. This has been Community Connection with the Miami County Park District. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN.